everybody. I'm Dana. We're going to show you how to do a ring sling back carry today. So this is something that you can do, basically you want to do with an older kid because the carry ride's a little bit lower for a back carry, and you want them to be able to be somewhat trustworthy because it's just one pass of fabric. So you don't want to necessarily be trying this with a kid who's always trying to pop their seat, always trying to lean out the back. In the front, in the ring sling, you can monitor that really closely. In the back, you can't see. So just, you know, when you get a really good secure back, a secure carry in the ring sling, it's totally safe, but you want to wait to try the ring sling on your back until you have some pretty good ring sling skills and you feel fairly comfortable about what you think your wear E will do when you have them on your back in the ring sling as well. So first thing that you're going to do is, I have my ring sling already threaded and ready to go, and I'm going to get my wear E. My assistant, Superhero Ruby, is going to help me with my video today. So I'm going to go ahead and put her in the ring sling like a regular carry just because I didn't have this threaded before. So the one thing that you want to make sure is that before you set up the back carry, that your ring sling is fairly well adjusted for your wear E before you get started. So Superhero Ruby, can you come help me, please?
Yes.
Okay, come here.
Can I take my butterfly too?
Yes, you can take your butterfly too. So I'm gonna just get Ruby in here. And yeah, I know a lot of people load their toddlers from out the bottom when they get really big, but I still load Ruby from the top, but I do take her out from the bottom. So anyway, so I'm going ahead and sitting her in here and just kind of making sure that it's fairly well adjusted for her size. I think it's a little bit, overall, a little bit tight. She's riding high. One, now that I've got her a little lower, I'm just adjusting. So I have the ring sling fairly well adjusted so that it's the right shape and size for her body and my body combined. So now, Superhero Ruby, I'm going to take you back out and I'm going to show how to set up for the back carry, okay?
Mommy.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I bring a book to the library too?
Sure. Here, let me get you out. So, the next step is then actually moving to the back carry. So, when you have your child on your back...
Mommy.
Yes, ma'am?
Mommy, can I have the good night book?
Yes. So when you have your child, she's asking for the good night book. So when you have your child on their back in the ring sling, you still want your rings to be in where they would be basically in a front carry, because this is a really good secure place for your rings to land. Anywhere really on the front for the most part, depending on your own anatomy, as long as the rings lay flat, that allows them to lock in. And the weight with the rings flat is what helps make it secure. If your rings are not laying flat, then that's going to make the rings less secure. So this is a really good place just because when the rings are up here, high on your shoulder, this can be spread all the way. See how far down my back it is? But my arm is not trapped. That's because the point at which the ring sling spreads out is right up close to my shoulder. If the point at which the ring sling spread out was down here and I wanted to cross my back, you can already see that it's down my arm. So that's another reason why we say the ring's high. It's a comfort thing. It's not necessarily a safety thing as long as your rings are lying flat. But to set this up, I'm going to reach around my body with this part tight across the front and feel the middle of my back. And that's where my child is going to sit. So I'm holding on to that and I'm shifting the ring sling around because now I'm going to load her right here. So, Superhero Ruby, I need you.
I'm reading the book.
Bring your book with you. Come here. We're making the video, remember? Come on, Superhero. I'm going to go get Superhero Ruby. Come on, help me. So, I'm holding the point on the ring sling,
I forgot.
and I'm putting her feet through. Yes, ma'am?
I forgot to
It's okay. You'll get to go look at it in just a minute. All right, so I've got the point where that I reached around. I'm settling her into a seat just like I normally would for a front carry, but at this point I'm going to hip scoot her back around the back. Now that I know that she's roughly at the point that will put her in the middle of my back and put my rings where I want them to be, so I'm going to start scooting. I know. Okay, watch out. I'm going to move my arm around your head. You got your book?
I don't want this part. I better hold on.
You better hold on.
Doesn't fall. Oh, I don't like it, Mommy. I don't.
So at this point, if you need to do any more adjusting, just remember that you want a snug rail from knee to knee in the seat, and any slack that you have still, you can pull around from your back to the ring still, and you can still tighten just like you would if it was a front carry. Your child is just on your back, and you can see that she's nice and snug. I'll back up a little bit just to make sure you get the full view. And this is something that you can do anytime. If your ring sling is already set up for a front carry, you can just bunch the sling under from knee to knee, and then slide the sling around, and then spread it back out and hip scoot. I'll kind of show you a little bit how you can transition now. So I'm going to bring her back around to the front, and then I can show you how you can kind of slide the ring sling back around to be a front carry again. So, all right, Ruby, are you ready to come back around to the front?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm going to just start. I'm going to pop, when I'm moving it, it's up over my shoulder, which is not where it would be for comfy, but it's to give me extra room without loosening the sling a lot. So I'm scooting her back around. You just remember you've always got to move your arm around. Okay, so now you can see that the rings are on my back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and scoot her, lift her up out of the seat. I think I might need to move the book for this, Miss Ruby, because it's in my throat. Okay. So I'm going to pop her out of the seat, and I'm pulling the sling down
Oh, I don't like it.
so that it's bunched under her knees. And what that allows me to do is to basically keep her here. And I'm grabbing the sling, scooting it around so that the rings are roughly where I want them to be. And then I can spread this back out into a seat that I would like it to be. So that's a way that you can switch without having to take your child down. This is also a way that you can adjust, like let's say you did your ring sling carry and your rings were down here and you wanted them closer to your shoulder. You can pop that seat down, slide it around, and pop it back up. It's a lot easier than...
Back up?
Yeah! It's a lot easier than having to adjust, like scoot the entire child in the whole ring sling, which is something that you can do. Here's your book. Okay, so say bye, superhero Ruby.
Bye.
Thank you.